And we are set to go again, this three-rounder at a catchweight 130 pounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. His background is boxing and wrestling. Standing 5 feet 5 inches tall, he weighed in 133 pounds. As a professional, his record stands at 5 victories and 1 defeat. He fights out of Liverpool, England. Here is the Big Bad Wolf, Bryan Creighton! And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. A mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in 130 and 1/2 pounds and brings a professional record of 9 victories, 3 defeats, and 1 draw. From Newry County down Ireland, here is Damien the Rage Rooney! Referee in charge is Rich Mitchell.
And Josh, I think Damien Rooney may have 1 or 2 supporters in the crowd here at the Helix.
Just a couple.
3 5-minute rounds in this catchweight contest. Damien Rooney in the slightly longer black compression shorts, Bryan Creighton in the shorter trunks.
And a massive reach advantage for Damien Rooney. Just a huge frame and incredibly long limbs in this weight class.
And Rooney's as tall as Creighton is wide. Interesting contrast in statures here. Let's see who can make it work for them.
Yeah, I mean, it won't be something that Bryan Creighton hasn't faced before. He's used to being the shorter fighter.
Nice jab there from Rooney. Looking to measure the distance.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens if Damien Rooney just wants to keep this one on the feet, because Creighton's very good with the counters to his opponent's takedowns, but
as you said, Josh, Creighton, a former army boxer, definitely got some zip in those hands. Will it be enough to counter the reach of Damien Rooney, though?
Flicking that open side kick up, nice and quick.
And of course, the advantage Rooney has with this long frame is that he's able to strike from a distance, and Creighton has to cover that gap before he can let rip with those punches. Here at the Helix, cheering their man on. Creighton very much in enemy territory. Body lock here from Rooney and a takedown.
Yeah, Creighton went for the double overs, but wasn't able to get his hips underneath Rooney, and Rooney with a strong side control now. Creighton looking to retain half guard, does so well.
5 submission victories out of his 9 wins for Damien Rooney. And he's looking for the neck of Bryan Creighton here. Creighton powering his way up, but he's left that neck in.
Oh, and he's
very careful here.
Yeah, the grip looked as though it was very deep through. Rooney reaching all the way through with his opposing arm as well. Oh, Creighton's worked his way back out. Of course, changing level for him will be a little bit easier here, but he has got to clear those underhooks first. Nice frame from Rooney to create the space.
And we know Creighton's got the grappling chops as well, being cornered by one of the more storied grapplers on the UK scene in Dave Faulkner. Creighton throwing up a high kick there. Rooney feinting with the jab, keeping Creighton at bay. This overhand right from Rooney there didn't land though. It's keeping Creighton aggressing with these varied strikes.
Yeah, that's exactly what he needs to do. Use the range. Make Creighton appreciate that range is there particularly.
Creighton landing a left hook in that exchange. Rooney walking straight through it.
Rooney keeps switching his stance around, going from southpaw back to orthodox.
Oh, low kick there. We heard it pop off the cup of Damien Rooney.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't intentional, but did certainly find the mark there.
Damien Rooney will have 5 minutes.
You've got to watch your
Should he
target.
choose to take it. We're going to see a replay of that low kick. Yeah, no question, that one was firmly below the belt. Never understood why there's such an obsession with showing replays of low kicks in mixed martial arts. It's decidedly unpleasant experience for all involved, but nonetheless,
You have time.
it happens everywhere. We're no different here at Cage Warriors.
Damien Rooney can take up to 5 minutes here for an unintentional low blow.
While Rooney's taking his time, we must remind you of the hectic Cage Warriors schedule in March. March 22nd, we're in Copenhagen for Cage Warriors 66. 1 week later, we're in Jordan for Cage Warriors Fight Night 10. And Damien Rooney's ready to go, Josh, and we're back underway. March madness here at Cage Warriors, and it all starts tonight in Dublin. Rooney with a kick to the body. Creighton, though, taking the centre of the cage.
Oh, and some good shots from Rooney as Creighton closed the distance. Again, though, Rooney pummeled for those underhooks so well indeed, and just shoveling Creighton back up against the cage.
Oh, come on, referee. That was a game.
And Damien Rooney complaining that knee went to the groin there.
I couldn't quite see how the strike landed from here.
I believe it may have gone low, probably unintentional, but Rich Mitchell, view obscured.
Creighton surging forward now.
Better work from Creighton there, using the punches to set up the takedown attempt, which he eventually got.
Yeah, good takedown from him. He's searching for the neck again. He's got to try and stay in this side control. Doesn't want to give up a guard position. Looking for the neck, but he's allowed Rooney to turn in.
Creighton jumping on the guillotine choke, though. Not going to get it from here.
No. Looking to go to the back now. Last 10 seconds, so it's not too bad that he's fallen off.
And Creighton giving Rooney his neck here at the end of this first round.
Well, anxious moments. Well,
interesting end to that round there, Josh.
Yeah, I don't think Bryan Creighton's, well, I don't think either of them are too happy with each other right now.
Again. Please don't let me see it again.
And referee Rich Mitchell warning Creighton to place his shots more carefully next time.
I mean, that was an interesting first round. I mean, let's have a look at some of the replays. Damien Rooney managed to keep Bryan Creighton at range quite well, and every time Creighton was able to get inside, Rooney did exactly this. He got his double underhooks and managed to control exactly what Bryan Creighton wanted to do.
And the punches landing on the way in for Damien Rooney. Having a lot of success in all areas. Big takedown from Bryan Creighton here.
I mean, this was the most positive moment. You see immediately he looks to wrap the neck and attack, but Damien Rooney had a good chance of his own here at the end of that round. I think on balance, Rooney's going to take the better of that round, staying on the outside with strikes.
And the partisan crowd showing their support for Damien Rooney in this second 3 5-minute rounds. 130-pound catchweight contest here at Cage Warriors 65 in the Dublin Helix. Lots more fantastic action to come wherever you're watching around the world.
That overhand right found the mark.
Nice jab from Rooney, left-hand counter from Creighton. Rooney taking the center of the cage now, trying to cut his man off. Nice straight front kick. Rooney's really been able to dictate the pace of the stand-up portions of this fight really well, using his range, those long straight punches.
Yeah, sticking mostly to single strikes at the moment, but good work from Creighton, doing exactly what he needed to do to get in on that takedown. Having to defend his neck.
Looked like he left his neck in.
No, I mean, he is so much shorter than Damien Rooney in the reach department that he's got to come forward aggressively, and he has to come behind those upper body strikes, and he did just that, closed the distance very well. He's earned himself a good top position here.
Work from him in the first round, rinse and repeat here in the second for Bryan Creighton. Creighton trying to do some work here, but he's got to avoid the triangle attempt first.
Well, Rooney just trying to break the posture of Creighton down. It looks like he might have now cinching it up. This is where that genetic advantage of the limb length is going to come into it. Cinching again, trying to turn and get the angle.
Pulling down the head.
I think Creighton's trying to stuff all his weight forward here.
Rooney doing everything right, but Creighton defending well.
Well, at this point, the cage, I can't quite see which way he's got it.
Trying to adjust here, get some leverage.
Creighton taps.
He taps up, and there's the submission! Damien Rooney submits Bryan Creighton with a triangle choke. It wasn't quick, it took some adjustments, but in the end, the choke was in. And Damien Rooney sends his fans home happy with a second round triangle choke submission victory over a very tough and very difficult to stop Bryan Creighton.
Yeah, used his limb length very well in securing that triangle. Had to do some work to cinch it up, but a great submission win for him.
And the crowd here in the Helix showing their appreciation. A nice show of sportsmanship there between Bryan Creighton and Damien Rooney. Fantastic performance from Rooney. We're going to take a look at some of the action now. Damien Rooney with a nice overhand right there, right on the money. Creighton using the punches to set up a big takedown. But it would be the beginning of the end for the man from Liverpool. Rooney inching those legs up to set up the triangle choke. Creighton did everything right, but Rooney had it locked in. And there's the submission. Incredible performance by Damien Rooney. And we're going to throw this one to Joe Martinez in the cage to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially. 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Round number 2, submission by triangle for your winner, Ireland's own Damien Rooney.
Big win for Damien Rooney. He's with my broadcast colleague, Josh Palmer.